Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is less than 48 hours away. Unless you're lucky enough to know someone with a review copy, or you or one of your friends is a sneaky little pirate that hasn't been eliminated by the Nintendo ninjas, there is no real way for you to prepare for December 7th. With all the new character changes, how can you possibly know which characters to watch out for when you're grinding your way to Elite Smash on day one? Fear not, my friend, because it's time for the top 10 biggest buffs and nerfs in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now, these lists aren't really in an exact order, and I'm going to alternate between buffs and nerfs. However, the first few I'm going to mention, I definitely feel are the least significant on these lists, and the last ones are the most hard-hitting nerfs and biggest buffs. And of course, everything is my own personal opinion, but you're more than welcome to disagree and let me know in the comments as long as everything is respectful and constructive. Rosalina and Luma are now both protected when shielding. While this is a bit of a nerf because now you can't do Luma shenanigans while hiding in your shield unless you send her out with neutral special, I think it's also a buff because now you can protect Luma so much easier. In Smash 4, Luma was out in front taking damage for you even if you didn't want her to be, which would lead to her dying faster. And if you tried to shield a smash attack or even a weak dash attack by the ledge, Luma would still get hit and die. Now you can protect Luma by shielding, and what I think is the biggest buff to this duo is that Luma now respawns in 7 seconds instead of 13. Now I'm no mathematician or anything, but that's like twice as many Lumas. Although Rosalina's neutral air was changed, which in my opinion is a pretty big nerf, I think just the Luma respawn time alone is a big enough buff to make them dangerous characters. Luigi now has a tether grab using the Poltergust. I can't begin to tell you how terrible this is. You might think, oh, his grab has more range now, that's pretty awesome. No, it's complete garbage. Look at how sad and limp that thing goes when he misses. Tether grabs are cool and all because you feel like Scorpion from Mortal Kombat going, "Get over here!" and grabbing your enemy from across the stage, but if you miss, which can be caused by something as simple as a sidestep, it feels like an eternity before your tether comes back to you. And during that eternity, you're probably getting smashed in the face. And if getting a tether grab wasn't bad enough, Luigi can no longer mash down special to get more distance, which significantly nerfs his already terrible vertical recovery. Diddy Kong's banana doesn't vanish after the first hit anymore, and will stay around on the stage much longer than it did in Smash 4. Ever since Diddy Kong's arrival in Smash, he's been a pretty tough character to play against. In Brawl, he was incredibly annoying, wielding 2 bananas that didn't vanish after hitting an enemy, and he could also glide toss, increasing his mobility and giving him access to infinite combos. In Smash 4, they toned him down a bit, capping Diddy at 1 banana, making it vanish after hitting or tripping an enemy, and killing the possibility of infinite combos even more by only letting the banana be thrown twice before disappearing. However, Diddy Kong was still a great character with really strong aerial combos and hit confirms into smash attacks. In Ultimate, Diddy Kong looks pretty similar to Smash 4, except he has better bananas. They're not completely broken like they were in Brawl, but they seem to be on the same kind of timer before disappearing, and they no longer disappear after 1 hit or 2 throws. Simply because of the banana buff alone, I think Diddy Kong is once again going to be one of the best. Now I know I said the first couple of buffs and nerfs are the least significant, and the ones at the end of the video are the most significant, but to be honest, I feel like all of these nerfs are actually pretty significant. So let's just say I feel like the first 4 nerfs are all equally significant, but the last one is going to be the big one. So nerf number 2, Sonic's down B spin dash. In Smash 4, they thought it would be a great idea to give Sonic this really fast and really annoying sounding move that he could just mind game you with and never actually do, or hit your shield and then safely escape. Now in Smash Ultimate, spin dash can no longer be cancelled with shield, and because of the new game mechanics, it can't pass through shields anymore. What that means is now Sonic will have to commit to the move, and if blocked, it's extremely risky. His up B spring jump no longer has invincibility on startup, so his free getaway isn't as free anymore, and it also has more ending lag, so it'll be easier to get out of his aerial combos either by air dodging or just hitting him first. So his ability to up air kill off the top definitely got nerfed as well. Little Mac is one of those characters that benefits extremely from the new game mechanics. Now that you can easily attack out of run, I feel like Little Mac is going to have a ridiculously good neutral game. Instead of having to mind game the opponent and bait them into doing something so that he can perfect pivot into a smash attack or a combo starter, now all Little Mac has to do is just run up and tilt or jab to start a huge combo. People have also been saying that he has a lot more reliable throw combos now too. He's probably still going to be pretty easy to juggle, but the directional air dodge might actually help him get out of those situations more often. But what about some actual buffs and adjustments to his moveset? Well, Little Mac's recovery was undeniably the worst part about him in Smash 4, and now in Ultimate it's pretty much twice as good, if not better. Jolt Haymaker no longer puts Little Mac into Special Fall, meaning he can freely use it close to the ledge as an offensive move without worrying about missing the stage and dying, but it also makes his recovery so much better. Now he can side B into up B, maybe throw in a directional air dodge somewhere in there, or maybe even something crazy like side B, jump, directional air dodge, wall jump, and then up B. He still doesn't get much distance with his recovery moves, but the new air dodge and Jolt Haymaker give Little Mac so many more options to get back to the stage. A huge recovery buff combined with a massive on-stage buff definitely makes Little Mac a contender in Smash Ultimate. Cloud's been given some minor range and damage tweaks all around, but the most significant adjustments happen to his neutral air and up air. Neutral air looks like it now has about half the range that it had in Smash 4, and it looks like the hitbox on up air doesn't start as low anymore, making it harder for Cloud to scoop enemies that are standing. He also loses a little chunk of limit charge if he gets hit while charging. However, the biggest nerf to Cloud in my opinion is that his limit charge now expires after 15 seconds if he doesn't use it. Cloud is one of those characters that's pretty much amazing in every area except for recovery, so Cloud players would often just try to save their limit for a situation where they needed to recover. Now that it expires after 15 seconds, you can't really plan to have it there for when you need it, and the timer actually encourages, if not forces players to use their limit more offensively. He might actually be a bit more annoying now that Limit Break Neutral and Side Special are most likely going to be the limit moves of choice, but when it comes to recovery time, Cloud will definitely be easier to edgeguard. Similar to Little Mac, I think Ike is also going to benefit heavily from the new game mechanics. I know we're not supposed to talk about illegal games, but I think Project M was a perfect example of how scary Ike can be when he's faster and has less landing lag. The new game mechanics in Smash Ultimate basically help Ike accomplish that, and it's terrifying. Unfortunately for everyone except Ike players, it doesn't stop there. His down smash is stronger, his forward tilt is faster and stronger, and the shockwave at the end of his up smash now hits on both sides. While it does seem like he lost his ability to combo and kill after an up throw, Ike's down throw now looks like it has combo potential at low percents. But the scariest of all of the Ike buffs is his new up air. This move is fast, has a ton of knockback, and looks like it can cover an entire battlefield-sized platform. The sword starts in front of his face and ends up almost parallel with his back, so the reach on this thing is just ridiculous. I'm curious to see what kind of hitbox it has towards the end of the animation as the sword gets behind him, but with all of these buffs to an already powerful character, I definitely think Ike is one to watch out for. Fox's side special got hit with the Nerf hammer so hard. As I mentioned with Sonic, one of the biggest changes in Ultimate is that characters can no longer pass through shields. So that means Fox's side special can also no longer pass through shields. In Smash 4, a lot of Fox players would just side B into you either off stage or on stage, and if it hit and knocked you up, they could follow up with an up air or back air, or if you shielded it and they landed behind you, they could start pressuring with up tilt. Now you can just shield it and punish if you think Fox is going to try to land on the stage, and it also has a longer startup animation, so if you're quick enough, you might be able to react and punish before he snaps to the ledge. Side special also has more ending lag when used on the ground, so it's much more risky to use as a quick launcher and a lot easier to punish if missed. But the biggest nerf in my opinion is that side special now puts Fox into special fall, so he can no longer just recover for free every single time with his incredibly long side special and up special. Just like in Brawl and Melee, now he can only use one of those incredibly long moves. Similar to Ike and Little Mac, Pikachu is also going to benefit greatly from being able to attack out of a run. He's already a really fast character with tons of combo potential, and now he can use his speed, small size, and quick normals to get in and start those combos. Pikachu's updated neutral air is now a multi-hit move that can drag enemies down with it, kind of like Mewtwo's neutral air. This move looks incredibly good for approaching, edge guarding, starting combos, finishing combos, extending combos. It's just amazing. And it doesn't stop there. Pikachu's down air is now a meteor smash. If you thought your new biggest fear was being carried under the stage by Pikachu's neutral air, well, guess again, because he's probably just gonna spike you instead. Even if Pikachu didn't get these two major changes to his aerials, I'd still think he got buffed simply because of the new game mechanics, just like Little Mac and Ike. So in my opinion, Pikachu is probably the most buffed character in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And finally, the nerf that everyone except Bayonetta players have been waiting for, Bayonetta. Neutral air has a bit more landing lag if you hold the button to keep spinning, and up air got a knockback nerf so it's harder for her to kill off of the top. Down air also got a knockback nerf, which isn't really a huge deal because it was a pretty situational and hard read type of move, but now she's going to be rewarded less for those down air situations, which actually kind of seems unfair to me, but I mean, it's Bayonetta we're talking about here. And the last one of her aerials that seemed to get a pretty significant touch up was forward air. The knockback angle has been adjusted so that it can't really hit confirm into side special anymore, which is a pretty big hit to one of her fastest combo starters. The downwards angled side special doesn't auto cancel anymore either, so there's always a bit of landing lag. Similar to Sonic's spin dash, neutral special can no longer be cancelled and side special on the ground can no longer pass through shields. Both of these moves will now take a lot more commitment and will actually be a lot easier to punish. And last but definitely not least, the duration of the witch time effect now scales with how powerful the move is. Before she could counter a jab or a falcon punch and you would still be frozen for the same amount of time. Now if she witch times your jab, you can relax knowing you're not about to be comboed to death from 0%. Witch time also lost its invincibility, so now you can actually just grab her. It has less active frames so it doesn't catch absolutely everything, and increased ending lag, so it's way easier to punish and much riskier to use. There might even be a few more small nerfs like a slightly longer startup time on up special, but the Bayo section of this video is already really long and I think I've covered all of the major nerfs, so Bayo mains, you've been warned. And that's my top 10 buffs and nerfs to look out for in Smash Ultimate. Make sure to let me know in the comments if I missed any of the major ones for the characters that I mentioned, and if the Bayonetta list gets even longer, feel free to continue it in the comments below. In my last video I mentioned that I'd be streaming on Twitch, but I figured it'd be easier for everyone if I just stream right here on YouTube. So subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know exactly when I'm going live, and of course for Smash Ultimate guides and gameplays. Thanks for watching all the way until the end, and as always, happy smashing.